A shout out to our podcast sponsor, sportsponsorship.co.uk. If you or your business are interested in making a real difference to the Scottish game, supporting hundreds of kids into regular football, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk and they'll find the right fit for your brand. Hello, and welcome to Tinpot. My name is Tom, and I'm the host for the episode, joined by Matthew Strugnell and Andrew Guild. Andrew, how are you?
I'm good.
Who
Caught
was
me off
that?
guard.
Who?
I didn't know if it was English or South African, so I wasn't really sure which way to reciprocate. Or it might have been like Indian or something. I don't know.
Yeah, who
What was it?
Started off as posh English, I don't know why, and then versed into Kevin Peterson. Sorry about that. Yeah, welcome to the Scottish Football Podcast, episode 47 here. we're chatting about the PFA Team of the Year, the SFA licences, and the story surrounding Linlithgow Rose that broke earlier on today, and a wee bit on the Scottish Cup final before a quiz to round things off. That's what's coming up in the next wee while, and more formally now, Andrew, how are you?
Yes, thank you, sir. I'm well. I've had a pretty busy week, actually. So, kids' party, which saw Matthew kindly at, which was good to see you, Matthew. But I've had a week of mystery this week. So I've had two challenging mysteries to solve. One is solved and one is unsolved. So both potty training related. So I'll start with the solved one. So last week, my wife woke me up in the middle of the night, and there was a very, very loud bang downstairs. I didn't hear it at all. I was snoring pretty loud, and so naturally, I thought it was Christmas Day. Ran downstairs, looking for the intruder. Couldn't find them anywhere. So went for a midnight whittle and then back up the stairs. But then it happens again, like about an hour later. So I was like, what the fuck? So I went downstairs, turned the place upside down. I'm in like every like cupboard, like looking behind the doors, like ready to like lamp somebody like as soon as they pop out. I was like, I can't figure out what this noise is. It wasn't the dog or anything like that. It was so weird. So the next day I'm working from home and I hear this bang, like again. And because I have like exceptional hearing, like a bat, I'm able to locate the noise in a very focused area of my house. And it was in the WC. And the culprit turns out to be a new modification that I've made to the toilet, which is a Lilo and Stitch toilet seat, which attaches to the lid of the toilet, but then folds down. It's meant to stay in place when folded up, but allowing adults to use the facilities without having to have sort of an exceptional aim. But however, due to the generic dimensions of this Lilo and Stitch toilet seat, doesn't quite fit under the lid of the main toilet. So needless to say, it doesn't have the purchase to then stay up, and it therefore then slams down in the middle of the night. So that was my first mystery. My second one is exactly, yeah. So I can tick that one off. Second one, obviously I mentioned this potty training going on, part and parcel. There's quite a few accidents going on in the house, so it happens. Some big, some small. Interesting thing about
your daughter, some you.
Sometimes, yeah, but I mean that's the thing. But the interesting thing about what a kid would do versus what an adult would do in that situation when you do have an accident. An adult will try and contain the blast. Kids aren't so fussed about it, so they'll naturally just I don't know, lean on a couch or sit on a rug or whatever, whereas an adult would be a lot more sort of thoughtful, I guess. If I was to S myself, then I would immediately strip my clothes off, put them in a bin bag. I would then hose myself down, wash myself with Domestos. I would then double bag the clothes. I would then put all the windows down in my car. I'd then drive with the clothes in the bag to the nearest recycling centre. I'd put it in the landfill, and then from there, because I don't want to mix up the recycling, and then from there I'd head home, and then obviously
You're wearing clothes at this
probably
point. You're
repeat
wearing
the
new clothes.
process.
You're still
Well,
naked,
actually, that's a good point. I need to put something on to get to the recycling centre. But by that time, I've washed in Domestos, so I'm fine. But what seems to have happened is the kid has had an accident at some point when there's been no eyes on her, and I cannot for the life of me figure out where the smell of piss is coming from. So I've scrubbed the rug, I've scrubbed the sofa, I've scrubbed everything that's like a soft furnishing in the house. I've pulled furniture out, I've wiped everything down, but still every time I go in my lounge it smells like someone's taken a fresh piss right in the middle. I can't figure out where it's coming from.
Andrew, it smells like the Meadows toilets from yesterday, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it smells exactly like.
Yeah, it's the toilets at the
toilets in the world, mate.
Yeah,
Those toilets that McGregor climbed down in the fucking train spot, I think. Man, they were just...
it was grim. Absolutely grim. But it does smell pretty close to that, to be fair. So, yeah, it's. I can't work it out.
Have you checked some wet trousers down the side of the sofa or?
Yeah, I've pulled literally everything out. I know it's in the lounge, but I've pulled everything out. I've cleaned everything. I can see.
It's soaked into the cracked laminate, I think, Andrew.
Oh, really?
Possibly, yeah.
Don't say that.
I was going to say she's pissed on the wall somehow.
Ooh, interesting.
And then it seeped into the paint.
Surely there'd be a stain, for that, because,
there would
but
be. In a plant pot, Andrew? So the plant's growing
There's no plants in the lounge.
Okay.
But, yes, it's tough. It's really, it's getting the better of me, so, it breaks my concentration a lot during the day. I'm trying to crack on, and then I'm like, what is that smell of piss? And then I'll go around sniffing like a hound, trying to figure out what it is. And
how's your sense of smell compared to your sense of hearing?
Not bad, yeah. Not bad. I have tried to get the dog involved, but he's very trained on sort of things like sausage rolls, Big Macs, that kind of thing. So it's like bringing a drugs dog into one of them that has to smell like money or something. It just doesn't work out, So he's trained for different things. But yeah, anyway, that's been the highlights of my week. Apart from that, I had my first McDonald's, ordered a salad, and that's about it. So yeah,
salad.
Don't.
I hadn't tried
Tell
it.
them the worst part about the salad, Andrew. Not the fact that he ordered salad.
The fact they ordered it. Yeah.
The fact that he ordered bloody fucking flaccid chicken instead of the crispy chicken.
I did.
You ordered the steamed chicken.
What's the point?
I did.
No, but if you're gonna get a salad, I don't mind you having a salad if you're trying to eat well. That's no problem. But why get it from McDonald's? What's the point?
Well, it was late at night. I didn't have anything in the fridge, and I was like, I'm hungry. And then I was like, I don't want to be too bad. So I was like, I looked at the menu, and then I had these points reward things. So I was like, I'll get a salad off of that. But I didn't just have a salad. I had wrap of the day as well, and I had 6 nuggets just as backup. So
that's fine.
It was okay, but it was the only thing on the menu I've not had as well. I wouldn't have it again probably. It did wreak havoc, shall we say? But and it also took a long time through the drive-through. I mean, I was there a good sort of 20 minutes because they were probably like, "What the fuck do we do with this?"
Defrosting a salad that's been there since 1976.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, pretty much. But yeah, quite a lot going on this week, as you can tell. So that's all my news.
Like it, yeah. Matthew, any feces or piss related stories from you? Maybe protein from you, actually.
I did have a Pepe's and then a Nando's consecutive days, so that's a lot of chicken.
Oh,
double peri.
I had a nice burrito from Pepe's and then a half chicken from Nando's, so I got a good source of protein. And had the kebab pie from Stevens, which was good as well.
No, I like that. I like it a lot.
But no, it's been a mixed bag for me this week. The high point was winning a Mr. Burns stuffed toy and a grabbing machine at the bowling, which my kids love, and I've taught them to go like this. Smithers. So now they're just like taking the toy, but Smithers. So that's been fun. I won that toy on purpose because I thought it'd be really, really funny if kids like went to bed with like a Mr. Burns toy. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, keep saying Mr. Burns, I'm taking Mr. Burns to bed today. So it's just
That's so funny.
And then the low point was going to Arbroath to watch the Rovers' valiant efforts for a promotion playoff end in defeat. The boys played okay, but tough conditions.
You would have thought.
So happy with the season, though. It's been a much better season than other teams in Fife. Worse than some other teams. No, I'm talking about the other two teams.
Kelly and East Fife.
East Fife. East Kelly.
Two part-time teams.
And Cowdenbeath in low in the league. It's been on par with the Pars, I think. Had an equal season, I would say.
How has it been on par with the Pars?
Based on how it's been. Well, for one, Tam, Wraithrovers have a trophy in that cabinet. The Pars have a cup final. I don't think you get a trophy for getting to the cup final, do you? I don't think so. You might get a runners-up medal, but you're not going to get a trophy, I don't believe.
Yeah, and they might get promoted still.
Promoted? I don't know about that, but not a great record in the playoffs. Did Dunfermline do it? I think Wraith beat them once in the playoffs, I think. So
I know you've.
The playoffs
I've asked
are
you
a bit
that
like
question
cup
already.
games,
Like,
though.
what?
So
Sorry,
the playoffs are a bit like cup games, though, aren't they? So, like, surely they've got a decent chance.
Yeah, but they didn't win the Challenge Cup, did they? We won that cup, so we've got a cup in the trophy cabinet. They've got nothing other than a final. Well done. You beat Falkirk on penalties. Good for you.
how often do you remember the season where you won the Challenge Cup? Like, how memorable is that?
Well, Tam, I'll tell you. Actually, we actually beat Rangers once in the cup final, which
Yeah,
everyone
it's because you beat Rangers, mate. You beat Rangers. That's the important part. You beat Cali. That's rubbish. League One.
I remember the season we shared the cup with Cali. That was because it was COVID. So quite an important time in the world, mate. So I remember that one as well. So
Yeah, but
quite important.
do you not remember more getting to a Scottish Cup final and still with a chance of getting promoted to the Premiership?
I can't say that we've ever got to a cup final in my lifetime. The closest we've been was when we got cheated
There
by
you go.
Dundee United in the semi-final. But we'll go into that. And I do remember seasons where we almost got promoted again. We didn't quite get promoted, but we have won things, unlike Dunfermline. So I'd say winning a trophy is better than coming fourth and almost and losing the final to Celtic. So there you go.
Could be eating your words in a few weeks here. They could have European football next season.
Doubtful.
That'd be hilarious.
But yeah, I think Wraith had a better season, I must say. So what do you reckon?
Andrew, as the other unbiased person here, Wraith or Dunfermline, who's had the better season up to this point?
Obviously Dunfermline. Like,
Thank you.
obviously,
2-1.
clearly.
Shove up your arse.
Shove it up your ass.
Oh, God.
Who are
Tam,
the
how
Kings
have
of
you been?
Fife?
Who are the Kings of Fife? Well, Wraith finished higher
Celtic.
last season, I believe. So we are currently the Kings of Fife, and we're the cup holders of the Challenge Cup. So again, season over. Wraith can still overtake Dunfermline this season. So
Have you ever won the Scottish Cup?
no. Have you?
Dunfermline?
Have you?
I don't actually know. I think they have won the Scottish Cup, but
They have,
don't know when.
twice.
Like in the 1900s
In
or
the
something.
60s.
I think.
No, in the 1960s.
Yeah,
They're
well,
the better club, the bigger club. They've had the better season. How am I, Andrew, you ask? I am fine. Not much to report. I went to a restaurant in Falkirk at the weekend, El Toro Gaucho. It's a steak restaurant.
Oh,
There's somewhere
how was
between
it?
a Kylo and a Miller and Carter. It's not sort of run-of-the-mill. It's relatively expensive. Good service. Great decor inside. I had a Chateaubriand to share. With some truffle and parmesan fries. And
That's what I'm talking about.
the red wine gravy and Diane sauce, I think it was, as well, along with it. And some salad, etc. Portobello mushroom.
Princess
tomatoes.
Diana.
Had
Yeah.
it cooked rare, and it was fantastic. So if you're in the Falkirk area and you want a steak, go to El Toro Gaucho.
Is that the same one? Like they have? Do they have another one in West Lothian? Is that because I think there's one like near like Bathgate or something like that?
Bathgate, correct? Yes.
Yeah, I've heard good things. So just the name was
Yeah, it's
familiar.
good.
I've not been though.
It was under £100, including tip for that, and that includes a glass of red wine and a cocktail.
It's pretty
and
good. Yeah,
the main to share. So yeah, good value and very good meat. So that was Saturday.
that's good. Nice.
And earlier in the week, I had a thought I was going to put it as a segment of the podcast tonight, but I left it too late to introduce it to you. I was going to ask you guys, what is a difficult thing? Because I experienced a difficult thing trying to drink an Americano whilst driving a car in a town environment. Impossible. Because you want to enjoy the Americano, you want it to be hot. You don't want it to be cold. If it's hot, you need to try and take like little sips. But then you're going through the town, and you've got like speed bumps, you've got roundabouts, you've got red lights, you've got stopping and starting. And every time you do any of those little movements, it jolts and the coffee goes into your face. And if you put the lid on, which is what I started doing, and you take a sip, it just burns you through the little... It's so bad. So that's my difficult thing for the week. Trying to drink an Americano in a town. In the car.
Yeah, can't say I've ever drank a coffee before, tricky. So can't help. Can't.
You've never drank a coffee before?
No, I hate coffee, mate. It's easy to drink a Red Bull in the car.
You've never had a coffee, though?
No, I never had coffee. Well, I've sipped coffee before, it's disgusting.
You've never had like a full coffee, though?
No?
No.
You sound so shocked. No?
You know me, I'm a man that drinks Monster. Why would I need coffee on top of that, mate?
I know. It's just,
dead.
I mean, it's just a long time on the earth.
No, I don't like. I have a
cup of coffee.
Sweet tooth, so I don't like anything that hasn't got an E number, aspartame, or just sugar. But
what about like one of those sweet coffees, like the iced ones with the caramel and stuff?
Nah. I might eat a tiramisu, but as close as you'll get.
I like a tiramisu.
How big is the Americano, espresso, whatever you're talking? How big's the cup?
It was an Americano as opposed to an espresso, so it was a long
but you
coffee.
Can shot an espresso if you had an espresso, right?
Yeah, if I wanted to drink an espresso, that would be fine, because it's not served as hot either as an American.
But why don't you just put some milk in it, cool it down a bit, son?
I didn't want any milk in my coffee.
It's black.
Yeah.
Where was it from?
Homemade, actually.
Homemade.
In a little flask.
Yeah, in a little like travel cup thing. Yeah.
Branded or non-branded?
Non-branded. I don't know. Tesco. No idea.
I don't know if it was a company man sort of company man branded.
Work branded flask. Yeah. No, I do have one of them. They were very kind when they did their not rebrand but brand refresh. They did give out free travel cups and water bottles and the like, but wasn't using it.
Just drink your coffee before you leave the house, then, I think.
Oh yeah, lesson learned, mate. I won't try and do it again. But I'm just saying that's my difficult thing for this weekend.
So I'm trying to think of a difficult thing. I don't know.
Life.
Yeah.
Getting up in the morning, living your life.
Trying to clean up a monster child shit when they're having a tantrum.
See, these are, I think, obviously difficult things. I think if someone says like, "Oh, I'm going to have a coffee when I'm driving to such and such," you don't think, "Oh, that's hard."
But if somebody said, "What would you rather do?" Like, would you rather try and negotiate a coffee through a town, or try and negotiate like shit going all over your house?
No. That's my point. That's my point. Your thing is too obviously difficult. So,
right, I got you.
Like, if someone's like, "Oh, your baby's just shat everywhere," that's difficult. That's a nightmare.
Yeah.
If someone's like, "Oh, you're going to drink a coffee on this little car journey," that's not difficult, but it is.
That's fair enough.
I think I've been listening to too much of the audiobook of I, Partridge. We need to talk about Alan because
it's very good. It's very good.
Yeah,
it's life changing.
It's terrific. Almost as good as Tony Blackburn's audiobook for his autobiography.
Yeah, so there's a lot of inspiration you can definitely see there. It's great.
Yeah. Shall we stop chit chatting or chit chatting and move on to some football?
Sounds good.
What do we think? Should the difficult thing be a regular segment on the pod? Let us know down below.
Difficult thing that happened to me this week. Don't know, nothing really. Just sort of
breeze through the week. Find it easy.
I know that you'll both have experienced this one before, and it's not necessarily a difficult thing, but I think it could be classed as this. When you're too fat and your underwear band folds over all the time. And yes, there are underpants you can buy that are more rigid and structured in such ways that they don't fold over.
Oh, that rigid.
That is something that's difficult in my life. Yeah, exactly. It can't withhold the sheer force of a 95-kilogram belly pressing against it. So.
Been there, son.
I think they should have some sort of invention where it attaches to the inside of the top of your trousers. and then that way you never get the band coming down. You have got underwear on, but you've no bullshit to negotiate there. It's all locked in. And it means as well, if you've got an emergency situation, only one layer to come down. You can't have a mistake where one layer doesn't come down whilst you're doing the big pull. And, it's sorted. It's fine. Like, it's under control.
Saying almost akin to like in swim shorts, how you've got the net underpant lining. You're basically going to have pants in your trousers.
Removable is very important.
Removable.
What about those big sort of silk pants that they used to wear back in the days, like long john sort of vibes? They just like wear them like pajama style
Surely
pants.
they're like really sweaty. Like, surely you're roasting in those bad boys. Like, I think of this.
Like really,
think of the sweat that goes on now. Yeah,
I'll go
true.
commando,
Yeah.
son. Like my dad,
Yeah.
never wears pants on holiday. It's a fact.
On holiday, just holiday.
Yeah, when he goes to
Specifically,
the
he gets a treat.
doesn't pack a pair
That's
of pants.
incredible.
I'm not wearing any pants on holiday. Fact.
What a
I've seen
legend!
it. I tried
You've
to
seen
pants
it?
You've seen it?
No,
That's-
Josh did. As a joke. Who cock and balls? Yep, that's why I brought one back. That was like last year.
Brilliant. That was last year. Just pantsed him. It's so good.
We've all done commando. It is
Yeah.
uncomfortable. I don't like it. But when you
It's
pee, there's a
challenging.
little sprinkle at the end. It's good to have the boxer protection. If you do a little after sprinkle.
It's the zip that I'm worried about.
Oh,
It's
no.
like you do not want to make a mistake there.
There's many reasons for pants, and it's not just. There's many reasons. Protection for one. Warmth,
Hygiene.
warmth.
Mm-hmm.
Absorption of the sweat, so your
Yeah.
trousers don't get as dirty. I would say.
And the shit stained balls. They'll get they're protected.
Sausages cocktail.
Yeah. It's hard.
A rusty trombone.
Can you tell it's been a Scottish Cup weekend? the
Yeah,
Scottish
good
Cup.
segue.
There's been 2 games. We don't care about them. There's one of them fell in it.
Speaking
And then
of
we've got
rusty
Celtic.
trombones, let's talk about cups. Yeah.
Speaking of
We'll kick off with with the old SPFL issues that we've seen just announced today, if that's okay. A bit more of a serious note. So, Linlithgow Rose said that they are not eligible to participate in this season's SPFL Pyramid playoffs, meaning Brora Rangers are set to take on Edinburgh City in the final. Rose obviously won the Lowland League and would normally face the Highland League winners Brora in the playoff semi, but Brora have been basically given a bye through to play City, who are bottom of League 2, for a place in next year's 4th tier. Linlithgow said on X, formerly known as Twitter, unfortunately our application for a period of grace to fulfil the required criteria for our SFA bronze licence was declined by the SPFL board. They've been papped out. Rose, they won the Lowland League by 2 points above Clydebank, and Brora, I think, were a point ahead of Brechin in the Highland League. But neither of those teams that finished second are going to get a stab to play Brora for that spot against Edinburgh City. And it's a repeat of what happened 2 or 3 years ago, when we saw that up with Brora, was it? At the time?
I think
We didn't
so.
have the
Yeah.
bronze licence a few years ago and then couldn't compete.
Yeah.
And then it was East Kilbride that went on to play Bonnyrigg Rose without having to compete against Brora. Anyway, a bit of a shambles in my opinion, because football at that level shouldn't require a licence. But Andrew, I know you're well versed on this sort of thing and have plenty of opinions. What's your thoughts on the situation?
Yeah, I mean it's very similar to your own, really, to be honest. So I suppose anyone that's not familiar with the kind of licensing, there's bronze, silver, gold, and platinum in the top. Well, it's not just the top 4 leagues. Obviously, clearly, you need a bronze license to now get in from the pyramid below. But the whole I think it's a bit of a farce. I mean, it costs these clubs, or can cost these clubs up to about 20 grand, to achieve bronze. there's quite a lot that has to be considered there. You know, with stadium infrastructure, audited accounts, safety upgrades, all these kind of things, and for the level of fans and being respectful, the quality of football, realistically, that is a massive ask for ultimately not very much to change as a result of that club doing that. They won't see an upturn in fans. They won't see an improvement in the staff they're able to recruit. They're all volunteers. Chances are nobody's paid. So it honestly makes absolutely no difference. Where there is controversy here is that Cowie Thistle were allowed to compete in the league with an entry-level licence when they had their issues, and Dumbarton were granted an entry-level licence as well, which then had a renewal date of March 2025. Obviously, I don't know exactly what happened there, but I assume obviously they then met bronze. But the point is, there was teams playing in the top leagues without a license. That's a fact. It's an absolute fact. So to then have a team that is a struggy fact. To then have a team that they've played good enough football to deserve to play a playoff, and to deny them that opportunity, because the lack of bronze license, they're asking for an extension. What's the harm in letting them do that? Realistically, what is the harm in letting them do that? Now you've got a huge controversy because you've had two teams within the last year and a half, that have not had a license at all. They've had an entry-level license that have been able to operate in these leagues. You're then denying a team that hasn't even been promoted, or they've not had the chance to even play the playoff, because they've asked for an extension on their license. If they got promoted and didn't meet that, you could have deducted them points. You could have done whatever you wanted there, because let's face it, there will be a few teams next season that will get deducted points, that will be in financial trouble, that will be on the rocks. It happens every season. So why deny the opportunity to a team that is clearly ready to try and push itself up the ranks, that is clearly on the up, to then allow them to lose their momentum, maybe lose key staff because of that, key playing staff, that will maybe move elsewhere in the summer. It's ridiculous. You have to pick a lane with this. That's the big issue with it. You either say you don't play in the top four leagues without a license, without a bronze level license or above, period. So whatever happens, that's it. If you somehow lose your license because when it comes to the renewal date, you cannot meet the criterion, you are exited from the leagues. There's no point deductions, you're out. That's it. If you want to be that strict about it. Or you could be reasonable and realise that it's a real fucking struggle for teams in particularly League 1 and League 2 to meet that criterion. It's even harder for teams in the Lowland League and the Highland League to meet that. So give them a fucking break. Just allow the quality of football and the quality of standard of infrastructure to be maintained at Championship and Premiership level. That's reasonable. But anything below that, the standard is so slight. The difference is so slim between a League 1 team and a decent Highland or Lowland League team. There's not a lot in it. That bottom half of that League 1 could get beaten by those teams quite easily in a cup game or something like that. There's not huge amounts in it. Let them just play. It's fucking ridiculous. And some of the hoops that you have to jump through, I've seen it firsthand. For these types of clubs, they have no idea the circumstances that they are trying to operate in, the demands that they're putting on them, sometimes quite short notice and last minute. You're asking volunteers to come up with more money. For example, if I said there, if it took a 20 grand investment for a club to achieve bronze, A lot of these clubs are not achieving 20 grand investment as their from their main sponsor, and even if they did, then all that money is going straight to getting a bronze license. And what's the return on it? Absolutely fuck all. So I think it's a really broken system. It needs to be revised, and especially now, look, the whole economic system, or situation in the world is absolutely dire. What makes you think that's going to make it any easier for football clubs to get fans through the gate and get additional revenue coming through? It's not. So stop crippling them and just allow the best teams to play wherever they land in the league. If somebody breaks the rules, ridiculously, you get into a situation that Hamilton have got themselves in or whatever, keep the points deductions and all that kind of thing. That's absolutely fine. It's not a free for all, but just for Christ's sake, give teams a break that deserve to be where they are.
I suppose what potentially is needed at this stage is a line in the sand moment, or a complete restructuring of the rules, because, playing devil's advocate a bit, if you're Brora about to come up against Linlithgow and they're allowed to play that playoff game without the bronze license, Brora would be saying, well, hold on, 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever it was, we were denied that. So on the flip side of what you've just said, I fully agree with it, but you can't then just waive it this time without having changed the infrastructure and the rules and everything behind it beforehand. They have
That's
to,
what the problem is.
unfortunately, they have to be excluded, and that's pish for them. Struggy, is there another alternative? Should an extension have been granted so they play these playoff games? If they get in, they're given until the start of the new season to get that license, because I'm assuming winning that league and getting promoted to League 2 comes with some sort of financial reward, maybe some more sponsorship money on the back of it. It allows them to maybe go for that. Or potentially, if they're not going to be allowed that, would you have liked to have seen the second team from the Lowland League in Clydebank be given that opportunity instead of Linlithgow, or potentially a Clydebank versus Brecon playoff to play then Brora? What's the solution?
Linlithgow should have just lost the game on purpose then, if they bloody knew they weren't going to get their licence, and celebrating on the pitch and they've not even got a bloody licence. Let bloody Clydebank win the league. Nice place though, to be fair, voted best place in Scotland, I think, so they should be in the bloody league too. I think it's a joke, man. It's already difficult enough to get promoted, but the fucking smallest system ever. One team gets promoted or one team gets to play from. They should fucking open up. So many shite teams at the bottom of the league too. They should let the winners of each league get promoted or whatever. I don't know. There should be some nonsense playoff, so the League 2 team stays up. They should have let them at least try and play the playoff game and see how that went. I think, I don't know. They might have obviously not won the playoffs, but at least grant them the extension. I don't think that they wouldn't have had plans in place. Clearly, they knew they were going to go for the title for a long time, so they would have obviously been making plans. So the SFA aren't fit for purpose. I think we know that for sure. Making it difficult for these clubs for no reason. But yeah, if they're not going to do it, then they shouldn't get Brora a bye. They should have a playoff match, or at least give second place a chance. I don't know.
Well, the thing is that the problem is whoever's best doesn't necessarily go up. That's it. That's insane. And it means that there'll always only be a portion of those leagues. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Can you hear that? It's like a banging, and I don't know what it was. The toilet seat. You can't. There can't be a decent portion of both of those leagues, which may merge or whatever in future, who knows. But there can't be a portion of those leagues that will be able to meet that criterion, because there's such significant investment required to get a bronze license. So, Linlithgow might never be in a situation, potentially, to be able to do that, but they might win the league, 3, 4, 5 years back to back. I'm not saying they will, but they could, and they still wouldn't go up. Isn't that ridiculous?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Let them
play. It's nuts. Common sense is something that the SPFL, the SFA are in severe lack of, I think. Though, if we had someone from that board on to debate it, I'm sure there'd be some red tape, some sort of legal reason why you need that bronze license, and what the bronze license involves that mean your club something to do with fucking health and safety or some regulation, some pish.
Bloody
But
EU
it's
nonsense.
football. How hard
it is like that.
is it? I mean,
it's nonsense.
There's no
Bloody
excuse for it.
woke nonsense,
No. But the thing is, how can it? If you're looking at safety, for example, how can you then allow a stadium to be unsafe in the Lowland or Highland League, and then all of a sudden, when the quality hardly changes and you go to League Two, and the fans hardly change in terms of numbers as well, that all of a sudden you have to upgrade all the like that. It's ridiculous. It's mental. Like there's no difference. It's not like you're jumping into a league where you're playing Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen, Dundee United, Rangers, Celtic. You're not going to be getting thousands and thousands at your stadium every second week. You're talking hundreds. Some of the time. You may be talking just into the 4 digits. A lot. At best case scenario. So I just think it's just stupid. Absolutely ridiculous.
Basically, like these fancy members clubs where it's like there's a joining fee of say $5,000 to just basically go into this club so that you feel posh.
Yeah.
And people will pay this stupid fee just to go in and sit with their posh prick mates and smoke cigars and drink whiskey. It's the same thing. The SPFL are saying, right, give us $20,000 to join this elite members club.
Yeah.
For what reason? It's lining someone's pockets, isn't it? So
I mean, bronze is there to try and give you a bit of a step towards silver, which goes without saying. But a silver occupies a lot of the championship's still got a hell of a lot of bronze in it. Silver occupies probably the majority of the SPFL, the Premier League. There's a couple of gold in there, and then the only 2 platinum are Rangers and Celtic. But it's the bronze license. It doesn't. If it's good enough for somebody in the championship, I'm pretty sure Dundee were bronze license last season.
Losers doesn't surprise me.
If it's good enough, there you go. If it's good enough for them, you're telling me the same standards are held at Dundee in the Premiership versus someone in League Two. How does that make any sense? How does that make sense?
I bet Wraith are bronze and Dunfermline are silver.
I think it's the other way around, my friend. We're going for platinum next season, I heard.
Kings of Fife.
Kings of Fife.
Dear.
Any further commentary on this nonsensical pish from the SPFL board?
I just think it's sad for the lower league teams, really. To be honest, that the problem is it ruins football. At that level, whoever wins the league doesn't necessarily go up. I think that's just the absolute travesty about the whole thing. The playoffs thing, it's a bit shit, and they do deserve it. But the fact that you can win a league, and you can't go into that playoff or go up. If those 2 leagues come together, whoever wins the whole league isn't going anywhere potentially, and there'll be less and less money in football as well. At that level over the next 5 to 10 years. So if they expect more and more bronze licenses at that level, they're absolutely fucking dreaming.
Yep.
Kind of every time we have a conversation about anything like this, not necessarily about licenses, but for me it just screams out that the whole league or the SPFL leagues and maybe even below needs restructured. We've spoken about the split, the number of teams in the league, trying to reduce the number of old firm games, trying to create more competition, more people going up, an easier route for teams to go up and down, a bit more clarity for things like that. We've discussed loads over the last 12 months probably, and this is another example of the whole thing maybe needing restructured. That would fall under it, I would say.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Pull your finger out, or fingers out, people on the board.
That's it.
Right. pull your own fingers out, or we'll give you bloody 5 of them. We'll fist you, bloody... Come on! The long dick of the law. Right, on to PFA Scotland Team of the Year. That was announced just this week. And we're going to tell you why Tinpot knows more than the PFA. Because we're going to design our own Team of the Year. Collaboratively, between the three of us, come to an agreement on 11 players. That some of these might be the same as the PFA's choice. It's hard to avoid that. But we're going to start in goals. The PFA chose Callum Ward. Any difference of opinion there, lads? Anyone else got a suggestion?
Yeah, I've got Phil McCracken, big time from Dundee. He has the best save ratio in that league by a stretch. I think it's 3.82 per game.
He doesn't have the best save percentage though. That's Callum Ward.
Yeah, but he's better than him. So I would say
he's just faced more shots, so he's had more saves per 90. But save percentage is Callum Ward.
What is Callum Ward's save percentage?
78 point something. And McCracken's is 71, I think.
Yeah, he's faced more shots, so he's been the busier keeper, and he's done. I don't know. I think they're both up for definitely a shout, but I would go with Phil McCracken for sure.
Phil, just in case you're listening, I'll give you some more respect in your name, John. Or if
John,
Ewan Robertson is listening, he's probably like, "Stop getting Dundee wrong." It's not Phil, it's John. Struggy, thoughts on goalie?
Yeah, I was going to go for the Hearts goalie. The German
fall
one.
Off.
Yeah, best defence in the league.
Just on vibes.
No, he's got a good save percentage as well, like 74 or something like that.
He's got a better clean sheet percentage,
exactly,
but he's played much less games than Ward.
But he's been quite good. So, and he's
okay. So what do we do here?
Top of the league. Just go Ward probably. I think we're going off facts, mate. If that's all it's about, just stats, then what's the point?
No, the vibes. Like Follow's been great, hasn't he? I mean, they're top, but the thing is, you can't just keep saying, "Oh, they're top of the league," so therefore, he's
let us go for
more
Scott Bain then.
Not a bad shout.
No chance.
What? You got to give some respect to the shout I made pre-season saying that was a good signing, though. I think it's proved to be a good signing.
I agree.
Yeah, he was really good against Rangers the other week.
Right. I'm sure Buffon's conceded 6 in a game before.
Yeah, but
he's all conceded 6. Bloody that goalie was in goals for Rangers when they lost 6-2 to Celtic. Who was that?
Stefan Kloss.
He's pish as well.
Champions League winner. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Touche. It's a struggy fact right there.
Right, we've got 11 positions to decide here. I'm happy to concede and go with someone else's, but I would swerve more towards Shvolov than McCracken.
Well, you've said Ward and the PFA said Ward, so I think that kind of counts as 2 votes, I'd say.
Right, we're going with Ward. Struggy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start with left back. The PFA decided that was to be given to Harry Milne of Heart of Midlothian, the 26-year-old that came from Partick Thistle, having spent 8 years at Cove Rangers. Obviously had a really good season. He's sort of up and down, more of a wing back than a full back, I would say. Provided plenty of chances for the forwards. He's made plenty of assists, I think, so it's not a bad shout. Struggy, who did you have at left back?
Harry Milne as well, yeah.
Milne?
Yeah. Great player.
Guild?
Really exciting.
I had a bit of a struggle with that one. So over the course of the whole season, it's got to be Milne. But who is the best left back in the league is Tuur Romans for sure. Like, he's the only Rangers player I've really given a shout, but he's he is the best left back in Scotland right now for sure. But Harry Milne over the course of the season totally deserves it, so I can't really argue with that.
Better than Kieran Tierney, really?
Kieran Tierney, shite.
My choice was, I'm outvoted obviously, but my choice was Longello from Motherwell. He's almost more of a left winger at times. He's defensively a wee bit leaky, but I think Milne's defensive record is aided by the rest of his defensive unit, Finlay and Halkett and the mixture at right back that they've had. They've had a few different choices there. But yeah, happy to go with Millen. He's been very, very good. And it's another player in the league, similar to a guy we'll come on to later, who I won't name, won't give anything away, but a bit of sort of, no one expected that of him, I don't think, at the start of the season, to come into that Hearts team and perform as well as he has, coming from Thistle. So credit where it's due.
Yep,
Let me
absolutely.
just change my sheet and include Harry Millen instead of Emmanuel Longello. Right, centre halves. Andrew, who were your two choices?
I've gone for Luke Graham, so another Dundee player. But yeah, I think he's had a good season. Looks really promising. Could be up for a big move in the summer potentially. So I've gone with him as a sort of solid defender, and then I've gone for a bit of a ball playing defender who's got the most accurate passes in the whole league this season, which is Liam Scales.
That is mental.
Yep.
Liam Scales.
Quite mental. Yep. Yep.
Have you done that for a joke, or?
No. I looked at it. I was like, because every time I watched him against us, I thought he's pretty shite. But then when I was looking into his stats, I'm like, he's actually, when you're looking at a ball playing defender, he's pretty good. He's pretty good,
Everything's
actually.
based on stats, and Struggy's hating it.
You know I'm the ultimate vibesman.
Yeah, I can't see Scales getting in, but your pick's your pick, mate. Yeah, I can't give it to him, but maybe Struggy would agree. And Graham, I think, is a great shout. He's been brilliant this year. He was going to be like an honourable mention for me. I think if you concede 53 goals and you're the main centre back in that situation, in the defence, then yeah, for me, you wouldn't get in the team above some of the other guys. But Struggy, who have you gone with?
I've gone for one of the Hearts defenders. You have to put one in. I went for Finlay because he scored a lot of goals as well as defending. And the second one, believe it or not, is Liam Henderson from Falkirk.
That's where I've gone as well. I've gone Henderson.
The boy was fucking League 2 about 3 years ago. He's come up with Falkirk all the way. League 1 to the Prem. Played pretty much all the games. Looks great. Really impressive rise from him, and again testament to the coaching skills of John McGlynn et al. At Falkirk. Shame they couldn't beat Dunfermline, but fucking bottlers. But I can't let that go against him. He's done really well this season, but they did bottle it yesterday. Anyway,
not easy to be in a centre back pairing alongside Cole Donaldson either. I know he's had a good season by his own standards, Cole, but for me, I don't really like him. I think he's a bit rubbish.
Right,
so
mate,
the fact that Henderson's done as well.
Let it go. You're holding a grudge.
He's rubbish. I don't
It's
like
not
him.
rubbish. He didn't play well for
So I've also got
one season.
No, it's not that. I just don't think he's very good. I've also got Henderson. So does that get him in?
Yeah,
or
he's
is
in.
that...
He's in.
Yeah.
And my Heart's choice, I was so torn between for Finlay for the goals, and again also because I don't think it was that expected of Finlay to perform as well as he has. But I think Craig Halkett's been more important at the back. Maybe, is ever present the right word? I don't really know. So that's where I agreed with the PFA. The PFA, for the record, have gone for Halkett and Emmanuel Fernandez of Rangers, who doesn't get a shout from any of us.
He is a brilliant defender, like no doubt, but he's only had a good half season, I'd say. First half of the
started
season.
off shite, didn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So he's taken a while to get going, whereas I'd say everyone else has pretty much hit the ground running. So that's why he didn't really get a shout from me anyway.
Yeah. I didn't really put much thought into him for that reason. Yeah, you can't have a good half season and be included in the team of the year.
No.
Halkett, Finlay, Scales, or Graham are the sort of four names we're looking at just now. Anyone want to pick one of those names?
I mean, I would definitely concede Scales for sure. I'm not willing to die on that hill, but I don't know. I felt Luke Graham was a good shout, but I understand obviously the stats there at Dundee. I get that, so I'm quite happy to concede both if you guys seem on a similar track on that one.
do we go same rule as earlier? PFA have got Halkett, so Halkett stays, or do you feel strongly that Mr. Lindsay gets in?
Finlay.
Andrew, I keep calling him Lindsay.
I would personally say Finlay as well. Just more maybe. I think the numbers were quite similar between the two until a couple of months ago at least. But I think he's had sort of more memorable, meaningful kind of goals. So yeah, I would go with him instead.
Surely he's going to get a Scotland call up, right? He's going to be in the squad for the World Cup. Grant Hanley, for fuck's sake.
I mean, I definitely would, yeah. But I can't see it happening.
Grant Hanley's not going to start in the World Cup, is he? Don't fucking joke with me, Tam.
What was that, sorry?
Surely Grant Hanley's not going to start for Scotland, just as a side note, based on centre half that are Scottish in the Scottish Prem.
I don't think so. Probably not. McKenna and Suter. McKenna and Hendry.
Webb. Just get fucking Finlay in the squad. He can get you a goal from a corner or something.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It's a bit late though, isn't it?
Fuck as well.
Oh, right. Let's not go down this rabbit hole. So far, we've got Callum Ward in nets, Harry Milne, Stu Finlay, and Liam Henderson. Right back then. And the PFA Team of the Year have put Paul McGinn at right back, even though he's played the majority of the season at centre half, I think, for Motherwell. But he obviously can't play.
Confused by that.
On the right as well. Other choices potentially: Falkirk, Keelan Adams has been okay, I think. You've got Paslak at Hibs, who came in the January window, and Cadden, obviously he played before him. Hearts have had a mixture. They've had Jordi Altena, Steinwender's filled in, Borg Griving, or whatever his name is. Tav, even though he's not started a lot, he has created a lot of chances from right back. Tav's in the Rangers Hall of Fame for a reason. Celtic have had Alistair Johnson until he got injured. Then they've brought in Julian Araujo, who was really good. Anthony Ralston maybe getting a shout in at right back. What are your thoughts? Who are your picks? Andrew?
For me, it's between Jaden Richardson, I think it was, at St Mirren, I think, and then I don't know actually, or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong guy. But Dujon Sterling, I think, when we're talking about Tav and the impact he's had, when he's played, Dujon's definitely had a way more of an impact, and he's a much more imposing defender. He's got pace, he's got the strength. I think I would probably put him forward, to be honest, as my top pick. I do think he's the best right back in the league. Not great with the injuries still, but hasn't been his worst injury season, I have to say. So I'll take that.
Okay, so Dujon Sterling is being submitted by Andrew. Matthew, who's your pick at right back?
I had thought of James Tavernier just because of his record again, been pretty good. He is a legend and the top goal scorer in Scottish Premiership history, or close to. I honestly couldn't think of anyone else, and I honestly couldn't think of any other Rangers player that's done remotely anything worthy of being in the team, so I just thought I'd put him in. So I have one Rangers player. But I'm not meaning that as a joke. I'm just saying Rangers don't have any standout players. It's so weird because they're top.
I agree. I don't have any Rangers players suggested from now on either. To be honest,
and I like him because he's good at free kicks and stuff.
Yeah, it's fair.
Vibes.
He's a captain.
Are you, Andrew? Sorry, I'm just going to ask a quick question. Have you approached this by who is the best player on their day to make it into your team?
I think a bit of a vibesy mix on that one. I think, so some of them it's quite clear. I mean, I won't go and sort of give any spoilers for later, but there's some that it's very difficult to argue that they shouldn't get in the team, and I think we'll all be quite unanimous with some of them. But with others, I think in the midfield there might be a bit of a debate there. But right back, I don't feel there's a lot of mad standouts, this season. So I have to go on. It was down to Freckleton and Dujon. So if I had to pick one, I would, without a bias hat on, I would pick Dujon Sterling. I just think he's a more sort of rounded defender, but if both of you said Freckleton, I would have conceded it quite comfortably, to be fair. But that's kind of how I've picked it.
Yeah, I hadn't even thought about Dujon Sterling. I hadn't really seen him play that much this season, because I know he was out at the very start. But even since he's come back from injuries, he's rarely played. It's a bizarre call for Team of the Year.
It's true. But I mean, at the same time, Tav's not played a lot this season, So he will have had appearances, but he's come off the bench a lot. So that's what I mean. Right back's actually probably the hardest position out of all of them for me, anyway. I don't feel too strongly about my pick, but yeah, I found the right backs really, really challenging. And obviously, as you said, the PFA didn't really pick a traditional right back as well, so I think they even struggled.
Yeah, funny you should say Sod. I put forward Sod as my pick. That is the most vibes one I can think of, mostly because of the 0-0 draw we got at Wembley 5 years ago now in the Euros. He gets my pick. It's Motherwell, most clean sheets in the league, one of the best defensive records, and he's been a part of it. So we've got Stephen O'Donnell, James Tavernier, and Dujon Sterling. A Dujon Sterling who's played 676 minutes versus Tav's 2,170 in the Premiership this year. So
fact.
That's a fact.
That's a Struggy fact.
Take that to the Struggy bank. I don't know what someone needs to decide one here.
Well, I would vote for Tav, not Stephen O'Donnell personally. So yeah,
Tav gets in.
Come on.
I think you need probably one Rangers player in the team in case they do win. It'd be a bit silly to not have any, which is what the PFA have almost done. They've popped in Emmanuel Fernandez.
They did, yeah.
Right. Formation. I didn't go the 4-3-3 that the PFA did. I've gone 4-2-3-1, but it could technically be a 4-3-3.
Okay.
4-2-3-1.
Centre mids. I've gone for Cammy Devlin and Elliot Watt.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Elliot Watt as well, and Brad Spencer. Love that guy. Yeah. So good. Get fucked. He's class. Don't make that face.
Yeah, he is good. He's good, but he's not nearly at the same level as Watt and Devlin, I'd say.
What?
And Devlin.
Come on, Bradley Spencer. He's bloody Falkirk running games in the Prem coming up. He's the dictator of that. He's like sets the tempo, gets them going. Again, a player that's been League One, Championship, Premiership, and plays with such confidence. It's my kind of player. I love him. I wish he'd never left the Rovers.
The thing is, like Falkirk's achievement of finishing sixth this year, or Hearts potentially winning the league, they're both incredible achievements in their own right, but Hearts has to be seen as a better achievement if they go on to do it. If they finish third, which they could still do, is Falkirk's then a better achievement? I don't know, potentially. And Spencer has been integral in getting Falkirk to sixth, which is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And Devlin has been instrumental in getting Hearts to where they are. So maybe it's a Devlin and Spencer instead of Watt. I don't know. I think Watt needs to be in there though.
I would say Watt.
I'll concede
definitely.
this one to Cameron, Devlin, and Watt.
So two sort of holding mids as Devlin and Watt. Yeah, we can all agree.
Mm-hmm.
And Spence from the bench.
And I was very surprised that Cammy Devlin never got picked by the PFA. That was just very strange.
Yeah.
Ahead of those two holding mids, I've gone right wing, Kizarides, left wing, Braga, and I know Maswanisi is more of a forward, but I've played him in the 10. He's sort of a shadow striker if you're on FM. That's the way I've tried to play it, just to try and squeeze all three in, because I think all three deserve to be in the team. What's your... you said you've gone three ahead of the two, Struggy, sorry. What's your three?
Yeah, I've gone for Just.
Good shout.
Just Benjamin Negrin behind the striker, and Braga on the other side.
So either Maswanise is missing out, or another name which I won't mention yet.
I've gone Maswanise, Calvin Miller, and Nygren if you're playing a 3 there, with then a striker up top. So
And who's everyone's striker then?
Maswanise.
Braga for me. So we've got some similarities, I guess, crossing out over those two lines. But
So Braga, Maswanise are in.
yeah, and then me and Struggy have gone for Nygren. I've gone for Calvin Miller, and you've gone for somebody else.
I've gone Kizaridis and Shanklin.
Just as well.
Shanklin.
Yeah, Shanklin. See how big of a miss he was when he went out. It was unbelievable. It's like defensive work rate. He was scoring goals for fun before he went out. He would have been, in my opinion, top goal scorer in the league if he hadn't been injured. I think Braga also has been better playing on the left and drifting inside. I think that's where you get the best out of Braga. So that's why I tried to put him out on the left. And I think you need Maswanise in there as well as.
You need Maswanise in there. He's top goal scorer. You need Nygren in there as well. Like, he's had a hell of a amount of goals.
Braga, Nygren, Maswanise, Shanklin. There you go. Justin Miller can just be on the bench. Nygren's been the only consistent player for Celtic, constantly scored goals across the season.
Absolutely, yeah.
The only sort of shining light for them. Played well under each manager that they've
bailed
had.
them out.
Got off a Celtic player, at least one Celtic player. You're bloody going to win the league, mate. You're going to win the Scottish Cup League double.
Yeah,
right. So
he's had the highest player rating as well, through the season, and his goals have kept them alive, 100%. They've moaned about not having a striker and all that kind of thing, and he's been the one banging them in. It's not been Maeda or whoever has been sort of chipping in to bail them out. It's been Nygren, so I think you've got to put him in, unfortunately.
So you could almost make this into a 4-4-2 with Devlin and Watt centre mids, Nygren on the right, Braga on the left, then Maswanise and Shanklin up top. But for the 4-2-3-1, we'll pop Maswanise just in behind Shanklin. But what a team. All the way back to goalkeeper, Callum Ward, Tavernier, Henderson, Finlay, Milne, Devlin, Watt, Nygren, Maswanise, Braga, Shanklin. That is better than the PFA's team of the year.
It's a lethal team.
Defo.
So who have we dropped out? We've got rid of Elijah Just, Emmanuel Fernandez, Craig Halkett, and Paul McGinn.
Yeah. I'm sorry to the Dundee fans. I really tried my best to get Phil McCracken in there and Luke Graham, but bit of Dundee Oranges bias going on there.
Cameron Congreve. Congreve's played alright.
Congreve, yeah. Yes, actually. Yeah, but no, he would have been discounted as well. But anyway.
No Dundee Rangers players, Tam.
No Dundee
Nope.
players.
Not one, they're rubbish.
Maybe one of the foreign centre half.
You could have had one of any 8 goalkeepers that we've played this year.
What about
that'd have been fun.
Sapsford?
Sapsford or Fata?
Yeah.
Fatah, nah, they're not worthy. They're not worthy. I mean, you could have, at a push, tried to get Will Ferry in at left back, but Lungello, Milne, both
he's
there.
He's good an anchor, man.
But he's been our best player. Right.
Will Ferry.
Scottish.
Good Scott, that. Sorry, well done, Struggy.
I missed that.
He's good an anchor, man. He's good at anchor, man. And
Will Ferrell.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, yeah.
Doesn't hold a candle to Tom Hanks, though.
Oh, we love Tom Hanks.
No, he's best up and coming actor of all time.
Right, on to Scottish Cup final. It will be Celtic and Dunfermline that go to Hampden in a few weeks' time to compete for the oldest trophy in Scottish football. Semi-finals, a bit meh. I mean, the St Mirren one was exciting that they equalised, but then obviously Celtic pumped them in extra time. We won't speak about that. They should have beaten them in normal time if they were any decent normal Celtic team, because St Mirren have been in pish form. And it was brilliant to see a championship team making it to the final through in the derby. Is it a derby? Can you call it that, or just rivalry?
A real derby.
I'm not sure. Just rivalry. But yeah. Any comments on the Scottish Cup, or do you want a quiz about it instead?
Yeah, I don't know. Not much to say on it. It was highlight is seeing a championship team get through to the final. I know Struggy's not happy about it, but it was good to see. And yeah, Lenny was very emotional about it, and yeah, you can see how heavily invested he is in the project. So it would be amazing if they did do it. I think it could be a year of upsets with St Mirren, Dunfermline, and then maybe Hearts. So
Rafe won the challenge.
What a turn up for the books that would be. And Wraith as well. Well, Wraith would be hot favourites. They've got a history there, But yeah.
Andrew, are we going to join the parade if Dunfermline win the cup? We're going to go along to High Street and watch
you
down.
You going along?
I'm going
undercover.
Yeah. See Big Jim.
Who chucked that pie at you? Wasn't it?
Yeah.
The sun came over that way.
Yeah. You'll be on the Provost float on the parade.
Big Jim handing out tickets at the nursery.
Love Jim.
But let's go, man.
Nah, I'll be on a mini break that weekend, I think, probably.
A mini break. Wraith game on.
Yeah. We'll just focus on it.
Oh God. Yeah, could happen. But yeah, apart from that, nothing else to really add on those games, to be fair.
Nothing else to add.
Falkirk
Lenny versus... Falkirk bottled it.
They bottled it. John, you bottled it. You can't get past those semi-finals in the Scottish Cup, John. Well, he wasn't cheated this time, at least.
I have to say, when was the last time you saw a manager go to Hampden and wear sunglasses? John McGlynn looked world class.
He's ridiculous.
He was great. He also, in a suit, sunglasses. What a guy. Anyway, we digress.
In a world where sponsorship is more accessible than ever, that world exists at sportsponsorship.co.uk. Whether you're interested in making a difference to your local community or further afield, or perhaps you're looking for access to tens of thousands of followers online to push your brand further than ever, get in touch with sportsponsorship.co.uk. That's sportsponsorship.co.uk.
We digress. Well done to Dunfermline, unlucky Falkirk, and come on the Pars come May. Quiz time, if you boys are ready. It's a penalty shootout, Matt versus Andrew. You get 5 guesses each. And based on, it's a Scottish Cup themed quiz, this one, going back to the 2007 final between Celtic and Dunfermline. The game was 1-0 to Celtic. They hoisted the trophy. I think that was Dunfermline's last Scottish Cup final.
You losers.
What I'd like to know from you guys, it's a game of 10 non-jocks. There was 10 non-Scottish players to start that game, 7 of which played for Celtic, 3 played for Dunfermline. Name the non-Scottish players from that final in a penalty shootout style.
Okay.
God,
who goes first?
Bloody hard.
Guess the attendance of the game, and winner gets to choose who goes first.
Okay, now
53. What's the attendance? What's the capacity of Hampden?
I can't tell him that now. I'm going to say 50,133.
I'll go
5133.
I'll go 50,000.
50,100. Oh, you're going one above.
50,134.
Wrong. Okay. Andrew's closer. It's 49,600.
I should have gone lower.
Yes.
Right, Andrew, first pick.
Well, one I'm very confident in because it was talked about after the semi-final is Neil Lennon.
That is correct. Well done. non-Scottish because he's Northern Irish. 1-0 on penalties. Matthew, you're next.
Larson.
In 2007.
I don't know, when do you leave Celtic? Yeah, Larson.
I actually don't know.
Left in 2005. That's miles
Actually.
off. Wrong.
Didn't he score in his
shit.
last game against Dunfermline in the cup final?
His last game was against Dundee United, was it not?
I thought he scored in his last cup final.
2004.
Who was the
Was it not
manager?
3-4? Was it his last season?
Who
It
was
was
the
the season
manager,
after they won got to the UEFA Cup final. 03-04, he must have won.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
Was it
right.
Man U in 2007? Who did he play in his last game against? I'm sure he scored in like the Scottish Cup final in his last game. Can I change my answer?
I don't know.
Nope.
Can I change my guess?
Yeah. Oh, to be fair, Celtic did beat Dunfermline in the 03-04 Cup final.
There you go.
Yeah, Larson did
Dunfermline
score
got the two cup
in that game.
finals in the
That's mad, isn't it?
2000s. I don't know.
Kings of Fife, mate. They're a big team. Right, Andrew, back to you. Second penalty.
Artur Boric, keeper.
Got the wrong team. Think they're the
Yep,
wrong
that's
Celtic
correct.
team.
Boric, Polish. Matt, back to you.
Noel Hunt.
Wait. Oh, yeah, for Dunfermline.
Dunfermline, yeah.
No Hunt is
Yeah,
incorrect.
could be around about then. Oh, right. I think Dunfermline. I'm struggling.
You've
Like,
hit
I
the
can't
post
think of.
and you've blazed one over the bar. 0 from 2. Andrew to go 3-0 up in the penalties.
I am gonna go for the old hot dog lover, Nakamura.
Shunsuke Nakamura or Nomura. Correct, yes. That's 3 out of 3. Struggy must get or he loses the shootout.
I'm struggling now though. I can't think of anyone.
Stokes.
I think
You
he
are-
was after that.
Bang, wrong, yeah, far too early for Tony Stokes. He's missed all 3 penalties and Andrew has won. I'll give you your last couple of kicks to see if you can get some more
Blind
names on the
spot for
board.
me, like.
Andrew, any further guesses?
I'm
Petrov.
struggling. I think Petrov was
that's
before
0
that.
from
Scott
4.
McDonald.
Scott McDonald is incorrect. That's 0 from 5 for Struggy.
Kenny Gurf Hesselig.
Correct, well done.
Yes.
1 from 6.
Yarasek.
Naylor.
Naylor, correct. English, left back. That's 4 out of 4 from Guild.
Oh, Aid McGeady. He would have been
Aidan McGeady,
round about
5
the
from
time.
5. Perfect record.
Samaras.
Nah,
Wrong,
it's
that's
later than
1 from
that.
7.
I can't think of any Dunfermline players. Like I literally, I couldn't.
Fucking.
I couldn't
What's his
get-
face? The centre half for Dunfermline. Yavalakis.
I always struggle
Yavalakis,
to
wrong.
name the Scottish players.
Correct
To
out
be fair.
of 8. Do you want me to
Stevie
put you out of
Crawford.
misery?
Stevie
Please.
Crawford
Stevie
for a Scottish player.
No.
Shoot me.
No. The goal scorer that day for Celtic was Jean-Joël Perrier-Doumbé,
Who the fuck is that?
Cameroonian right back.
God, I was
Alright.
thinking the other cup final, like.
3 Dunfermline non-jocks were Doris de Vries, who later played for Celtic, Saul Bamba, who later
Oh,
passed away sadly,
Fucking hell.
and Adam Hamill, who is the only man out of the 10 that is still playing. He plays for Maghull FC in the 10th tier of English football, and at the time when he played for the Pars was on loan from Liverpool. Fun fact about
Right.
Saul Bamba, he was signed by Dunfermline after playing for which team, Matthew?
Hibs?
No, PSG.
No. Oh my god, really? Shit.
PSG, yeah, and then they offered him a contract. He refused it, went to Dunfermline.
Fucking hell. That's
the power-
mad.
That's the load of Jim Leishman, I think.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jim took him up a
Or
tour
was
of
it
the
Lennon?
That's
of the
wild.
park and showed him the peacocks and that, and he was like,
The Peacocks.
yeah.
Oh,
Take him up to Stevens for a pie.
Mate, I genuinely cannot remember that cup final. I must have blocked out my memory. So
I can't remember the game at all.
can you give me another quiz? The
I
real
would have
quiz?
struggled with that, the Fairmont team.
That was a real
Okay.
quiz. Andrew got 5 out of 5.
No, he didn't. He got 4 out of 5.
He did. He named 5. He got Aidan McGeady, Lee Naylor, Shunsuke Nakamura, Boric, and Lennon. 5. Only used 5 guesses.
I
How
did.
many did I get?
You took 8 stabs in total and got 1 correct, which was Jan Vennegar of Hessel.
Decent player.
Big lad.
Wasn't a good quiz for me. I'll take the draw.
I can't remember the last time you won a quiz. Andrew's been wiping the floor with you of late.
What can I
Give me
say?
someone's face and I'll tell you who it is. Any random
Your
face.
ball knowledge.
Any face.
Stevie Crawford.
Person's previous clubs. Just tell me that. None of this pish.
Okay.
That's how we started the whole quizzing. Was away, home or away. I just gave you people's clubs and you still failed at that.
I need the visuals. I need the picture or the names of the clubs in front of my eyes.
I'm sure we've done that as well, and I'm bet my bottom dollar you didn't win that one either.
Righto.
Right. Are we finished?
I think so.
Back and forth. Lovely. Well, that's end of episode 47. Thanks so much for listening. And before I bid you a good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this podcast at, I will give you a few parting words from Matt and Andrew. What do you want to say, lads, to the crowd?
Drop us some comments. Let us know what you think about your team of the season, and whether you agree with us and whether you think Tam's been a bias tangerine judge.
Golly,
Yep.
an alien
Yep.
judge.
No, I agree. Let us know if you think any more Rangers or Celtic players deserve to be in the team of the year as well. They are challenging for the league title, so they're doing something right.
Yeah,
2's enough.
I guess so.
Goodbye.
Yeah.